nasty daily candle we have here. Um, this is like the only thing that kind of makes it a little more hopeful, but like this is just nasty, right? Like look at the weekly too. Weekly is also nasty. I mean, we did have this trigger here. This was the trade, right? To like mid 50s or so, and the stop was down here. So you technically have an even better setup on the same trade. You just have a better entry for the same setup. So you can kind of like take this right now. It would probably be a better idea to just um, take the same exact trade because this high is 42,429 and this high is 42,392. So you just buy 42.5. You could just buy 42.5 if we get there, and then you don't have to risk like all of this because this is kind of like looking right now like um, it might just bust through the floor, right? Bear flag trying to rip. Um, and even if it doesn't rip all the way through this 33K, your stop at the low of 37.5 or 37K, I guess, because it's probably put underneath this bar. It's definitely at risk. Um, on the 4 hour, let's delete this. Let's delete this. Yeah, on the 4 hour, I mean, this is just gross, ugly. I don't really see like it is channeling, but like I don't really see a good like bottom. This kind of looked like a potential decent bottom when we got this pump, but now we're like back here and ready to risk it all yet again. Kind of a small-ish bar near the low of the range, but we really need to see some strength on this current 4 hour bar. And like I said, the daily is just nasty, ugly. So no matter what trade you take, you probably have to put your stop underneath the low of the day, just because it's very likely that they take that low. But it's also very likely that we just put in like a little doji tomorrow or something like that, and then pump again the subsequent day. So kind of have to be careful and watching that. Because of that, I don't really like too much of any like setups. Like I wouldn't even call this a setup, just because this momentum is just so strong. It's just such sharp momentum down that like yeah, technically this is your buy setup. Um, this is your high one, but that's exactly what it is. It's your high one, you know. So it just doesn't feel good. Um, so long. Where are you trying to get it to? You think we're gonna go all the way back up here just like this? It's possible, but it's pretty likely that because of the strength on here that it may not happen. And this like just barted, right? So when you get this Bart situation, like we do have a trading range here, but we need to see some more strength. And maybe time to shave some of this momentum off. I understand that now you don't even know what I'm saying, but like we have so much momentum here that we want to shave some of that time off, maybe like in a sideways range, and then maybe take the low and then bounce, and then maybe we can take it back up to the top of this range kind of thing. Um, I think it is somewhat reasonable that we are in some sort of maybe we could maybe have this type of range kind of thing. Kind of hard to say, right? Just because of the way that it looks, and it's really hard to draw this in any sort of meaningful way. Could be like an expanding triangle, possibly. That would be the worst That would be like the worst possible scenario, is if we were having like an expanding triangle. But it doesn't really seem to be that type of situation. I think it's more likely that we are just in some sort of trading range that's kind of expanded. The range is expanded ever so slightly now, so we need to keep an eye on things. This candle is looking like maybe okay, but it just literally just started 40 minutes ago, and yeah, this 1 hour doesn't look like anything special. I think it probably makes more sense to be looking for shorts than for longs, given the momentum. But given where we are in the range, and like this has definitely been a buy zone thus far, it makes it feel like you're not going to be wanting to short. So I think we're probably just going to be kind of chilling in this region for the foreseeable future, like the next, I don't know, 5, 6 candles, maybe a couple 4 hour candles, and then we should have a little bit more clarity on which direction we can go. I think on these low time frames, it's looking like maybe it wants to have a little bit of a pump, but where to? Like just to this 40K region, that's not really tradable. Um, and this is kind of looking on the 5 minute chart like, maybe something like this. In which case, maybe we have one push, two push, three push, and then, we kind of revisit 39.7 or something, put in a higher low, and then we start pushing up towards like above 40K. But yeah, that's like super low time frame. We're gonna have to keep an eye on that. That's what we're looking for a bounce within this trading range. And in the same way we have like a sell zone, a buy zone down here, we kind of have like a sell zone up here kind of thing. So yeah, I wouldn't really call it a sell zone all the way up till out here, just kind of here, right? So yeah, we'll just keep an eye on things.